Thank you for joining us, Barrister Uche Maduemesi, on Politicals this evening as we get a legal angle to the state of emergency declared in Rivers State. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I hope you are hearing me this time.
Yes, I can go ahead. I said earlier that adrenaline is pumped up all over the place with date of declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State, but we having this conversation this evening also. Now we want to look at the legal angle to it. What are those grounds for declaration of emergency, and are those grounds in place before the president declared the state of emergency in Rivers State?
Well, first and foremost, nobody should be surprised to the turn of affairs now, because it was expected. That was their objective, and that's exactly where they were going. Whether the situation now we have at and whether it has gotten to the point whereby the president was in the position or could his right or whatever to declare state of him. I do not think it has gotten to that. But the point is that people were overheating the policy, trying to make sure that the situation presents itself so that they can achieve the objective. By Section 05, I guess, of Constitution, where give President the power to a state of emergency. It gives the President the power to declare a state of emergency if there is a clear danger. It's showing that probably the country is at war, or even that the situation is leading to breakdown law and the other, which that of Rivers has not gotten to. Or whatever we are hearing in the news is just grandstanding, the House of Assembly inviting the governor, then the governor will come, they lock the gate, will not allow him access, and then the other people will now say that they have received any letter and all the rest. These are the things we've been hearing for the past few days. But it has not gotten to the point where, the president could now say, declare state of emergency. For Christ's sake, according to the Constitution, for the president to declare a state of emergency, he will first of all send the proclamation to the National Assembly. And when that thing is sent to the National Assembly, if the Assembly is in session, that is sitting, take about 2 days, which means the President of the Senate or the Speaker of the House of Representatives will receive the proclamation, whereby he will now tell it or present it to the House. The House will sit and look at it and know whether the issue of state of emergency is possible or not, or whether the reason the presidency or whoever is in is what the National Assembly will warrant stamping or acceding to that kind of a thing. Then again, if the House is not...
You said that the president ought to have taken this notice through the National Assembly before the proclamation.
The National Assembly is there in the Constitution.
What's the constitutional provision?
If the National Assembly is nothing, it will take about 10 days, whereby they can now reconvene, call for an emergency, so that they will look into those issues.
Was that the step that President Obasanjo took with Ekiti in 2006 and Plateau in 2004, and then Goodluck with Yobe, 2 other states during the heat of the Boko Haram crisis? Did they take those steps?
Well, I can't really remember actually. Let me say this for the record. We are not operating democratic here. What we have all along has always been civil dictatorship. Because if we are really operating democracy the way it's supposed to be, the way it is supposed to be, we'll be following the Constitution strict the way it is. The president now, Tinubu, was declaring or prohibiting, mentioning some of the Constitution. And, good. So this government knows or recognizes that we have a document constitution. They only mention the constitution when it suits them to do whatever they want. But when it doesn't suit them, they don't treat the constitution as anything that we abided by. So that is it. So like you are now, I can't remember that for me now to const, what happened at every point. I'm just trying to say generally, we don't have a see in Nigeria. What we have is civilian dictatorship. Nobody is following
Okay,
the constitution.
so the presidency is not democratic. It's not a democratic process.
It is what I'm trying to say is that a democracy should be able to follow the constitution. You understand me? To the of emergency is in an extreme case. But again, you have to follow the constitution the way it is. The regulations of the constitution gives you give you the latitude to follow, to do 1, 2, 3. But there are steps you have to follow. But the situation where no one follows that, they will just wake up and yes, we have a program where we can declare state of emergency, go ahead and back without following the steps. That's exactly what I mean. For Tinubu to have declared emergency in Rivers State, he should send the proclamation to the National Assembly. At least it will be for them for 2 days. At least, because why I'm saying for 2 days, because there is a session. They are not in recess. Within that 2 days, they will be able to look at the charges, look at the context of the state of emergency, and do it. I don't know whether what the presidency had issued them or transmitted them is in line with what is done. The National Assembly now has the right. No, you don't declare. It's not gotten to that stage. Or go ahead and declare, because what you have said, what is on the ground are in line with what you have said. But we didn't hear anything. All we just had back. We read indeed that that Tinubu was having with some principal officers and the security chief, blah blah. That it was suspected that this issue of Rivers State could be in the agenda. Then we are now having a broadcast this evening. What are you talking about? You're supposed to have submitted the proposition to the National Assembly and allow them to sit and debate and deliberate on it. That's exactly what I'm saying. The problem, I thought they must have checked and noticed that for them to pitch Fubara was trying to become a pipe dream, because you can't do an impeachment without getting the judiciary. It was so evident that it was becoming impossible to get the chief judge of Rivers State to be on their side, because it's only the chief judge who will now receive the petition and pick members of the panel. It's only when the panel says yes, what you people have said to constitute grievous misconduct or this blah blah blah, it's only now the panel that will now say yes, what you said is right, or what you said is not, is not right. But the point is that I guess that they have gotten to a cul-de-sac. Don't even know what the chief judge of that state. In any case, we started reading in the news that the man was proceeding on a 1 year free whatever leave, and you can't do anything else without the involvement of the judge. Now, having seen that they are not getting the judiciary to do that, they are now coming through the route of declaring of emergency. You can do so, but they follow the steps as prescribed in the Constitution.
Now let's look at the provision of the Constitution.
Yes,
it says that there will have to be a major security threat or a breakdown of order and safety. Do we say that the happenings in Rivers State the past 18 months, close to 2 years now, can be termed breakdown of safety and order and security?
We have not gotten to that. Please, we have not gotten to that. When you see situations that there are a breakdown of law and order, you don't need anybody to tell you. We've not gotten to that. all this grandstanding, what we've been seeing in the past month or whatever, just grandstanding, we've not gotten to that. Just all those empty threats. This evening I was reading where Uche was boasting that unless he had control of the local government and that the Fubara will sign that he will not contest in 2027, that's the only time the impeachment will not be, will not continue or will not go the full cycle. Assuming he did so. If he said he did it, but how can somebody be saying that kind of a thing? You understand me? They have seen that it is not possible or feasible to impeach Fubara, because impeachment of Fubara, the judiciary must be part of it. And if the judiciary is not part of it, the chief judge is not on their side, there is nothing anybody can do. Because it is the judiciary that will set up a panel. And the panel will look at it and look at the things they have issued.
Signature TV, news in your pocket.